Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ahdurin region. I'm your host, Ahdurin himself, and we are going to get started with the case. We're back in session, gonna start through in the courtroom apparently. So, let's dive on in. Again, the playlist is in the description below, along with the very first episode. If you are not caught up, I would advise going there and checking it out, because it's been going through pretty well so far. I mean, so far we're 2 for 2. We're trying to get 3, trying to keep that perfect streak going. But, yeah, so let's keep going. October 19th, 9:42 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Mr. Wright? Yeah? Why do you look so unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Well, gee, Mia, thanks for all the happy advice. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Ooh, that's really not a good sign considering Mia's, dead. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. Alright, so no pressure, but we got about, I don't know how long court cases last. I think it's usually about an hour from previous episodes. So we got about an hour or so to figure out if we can save him. Or however long this episode is, actually. Why am I going by in-game time? This isn't going to be easy. Alright, let's get going. October 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Oh, look, it's our good old pal, Edgeworth.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if that producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Yeah, I didn't want to think about the director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle. Nobody's rolling on the floor laughing. I'm just gonna point that out. Alright. Salmonella, I'm a director of television.
Were you at Klubal Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. He doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Well, time to be clutch under pressure. Let's go. The witness testimony the day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 a.m. that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everybody else ate lunch in the employee area. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one else left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time? Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Time to get going. We allowed to test this, I suppose? I don't know. I prefer clicking on the button rather than testing it. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day, Saturdays. Tell us more about that. Action scene run through? Excuse me. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, the security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Well, she was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Alright. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, that's the limp. Which of course led me to missing my lunch. ROFS. What does ROFS mean? Alright, so, I'm not a young chicken anymore, spring chicken anymore. I am, so my actual age is 20. So I don't know all the teenager lingos right now, but I'm pretty sure ROFS is not something that's said by teens then or now. So, just point that out. Yeah, Phoenix and I are in the same boat right here. Like, what? ROFS? Rolling on the floor, starving? Oh, is that what it's actually supposed to mean? How does Phoenix know? When Phoenix knows more teenage lingo than you do, you know that you have reached a point of adulthood. Cool. What exactly did they have for lunch? She wanted steak. The assistant cook some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on in the employee area. Everyone else meaning that the witness did not eat with them. Yeah, but you had a meeting to go to. Right. Makes sense. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Isn't something about that seem odd to you? Let me think about it. But should that be odd? I am not 100% sure. Actually, hold up. Can I check out the court record real quick? Let me check this out real quick. Because... Alright, there's nothing here. What's this? Employer, the sleeping pills. The guide map to the studios. I almost remember that there were, I don't know, it's a little vague, I suppose. Actually, there is something that bothered me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak, at least. So you ate something other than steak? Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to starve off in starvation. I see. Is that all? I'm sure I was onto something there. I'm in the meeting until around 4. Was there something contradictory about that? I don't remember. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story in our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs, right? You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. Alright, he's totally lying here. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. Jeez, Mia's on me. Oh, and so we're back to the... Let's see, during the morning I was doing an action item. Okay. Alright, so I guess it goes back to the, that one statement. So... I think it was this one real quick. So in the end you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? Phoenix, yeah, doesn't that seem odd? I'm gonna say yes because that's where the game is leading me, so...
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila.
What do you mean?
I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. Cool, because I don't remember this. There were 2 plates on the table. The same kind of plates as in the employee area.
Oh! Oh, I do remember this now.
Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. Stop wiggling your tongue, that's freaking me out.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble.
I brought it to the trailer, thinking that I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Whoop-de-doo-da-day.
Wait a second.
If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony.
It does. I'll press on that one a bit more. Alright, cool. Right. And it was this one, I think. Yeah.
You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not one. He's putting so much about it, I wonder if only I had an idea.
Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea.
Time to press harder, let's go.
Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate at that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops. Who's rolling on the floor laughing now?
Well?
Mr. Manila, what's this all about? I'm lost. I was thinking about T-bone steaks.
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about that break.
Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please.
Edgeworth is laughing. That's never a good sign. Yeah, IW, we took a break. Stop rolling on the floor laughing. If you did this crime, which I'm kind of hoping you did, if you did this, I want you to roll on the floor laughing until they take you away, because I am sick and tired of you using this jargon in your speech. We are in a courtroom. Judge, can you sentence him to being a grammar fool or something? No. There's only 15 minutes. 15! It's only 13 in base 12. Oh, now we're doing math stuff here? Listen, I'm not talking binary. I don't know, do something else. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder at Studio 1. Well, alright, you are casting suspicion upon yourself. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. I like to enjoy my T-bone steaks.
I don't know, I'm vegetarian, so I actually don't know about this.
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination.
Alright, let's go. Crack the knuckles. Take a stretch. Talk about the break. Yeah, we took a break.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. He said 2:30!
That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise.
15 minutes. 15, that's 13 in base 12. I don't know what base 12 is. I'm a lawyer.
What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on the trailer table. Oh, right, the other one was Divas. Sorry, D. Vasquez played. D. Vasquez, the producer? To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to take him and murder. Yeah, hold up. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One?
We can't, though. I want to so badly. But I don't think we can, because the problem is with the monkey head. The monkey head's still stuck in there, and you won't be able to get, even if you were able to get around that and come back. The whole idea about the monkey head being there was the fact that it was blocking you off, so I'm afraid it's impossible. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Ahdurin?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Was it a Mrs.? I don't know why that's bothering me so much, but I thought it was a Mr. Monkey. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked the studio's mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. Yeah, see, Phoenix remembers. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over. I didn't get the other, did I get the other? I feel like there were some statements I was missing.
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of those people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor. The prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Oh snap, this audience is lapping us up.
Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
October 19th, 11:04 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. But, Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's gonna happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids.
Let's do it.
Alright.
October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Alright. After a couple minutes recess, time to get this going.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on?
Right. Guard, please bring him a box one of those donut crates should do.
Of course, they got donuts here.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school?
Witness? What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Get him, Cody! Yee, yee, yee.
Cody, answer his questions, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
Oh, your voice should be like higher than Maya's at this point then.
I get the feeling that this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child.
Try to be gentle. Witness? I mean, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You were present. You were at the Global Studios on the day of the incident.
You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible.
Wait, so you said you had to bargain terms with the kid and you lost? You lost to a 2nd grader? Listen, bro. First you lose your perfect record to a guy who has won exactly 1 case before being me, and now you lost an argument with a 2nd grader? Tomorrow you won't be able to literally steal candy from a baby.
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record.
Alright. Yoink that in there.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
Oh, so that's just a good way of making sure that the camera's in this and they don't have to make a whole new animation with him without the camera. Sorry about that.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day.
I'm trying to find a voice that doesn't Maya, because I've been struggling with Cody's voice.
I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. Got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle. Remember you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
Alright, let's get going. Let's see Steel Samurai rehearsal just as once. Hold it.
You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Poor, poor dad.
Anyway, found a map on the internet.
Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, it's been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And the security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez.
Listen, Cody, you weren't initially getting off well with me with your attitude and stuff like that, but if you're roasting Edgeworth right now, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with that.
Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow.
Go for the studio.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight for the studio. You're kind of lost on the way for about 30 minutes.
You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? It was awesome. It was wicked. The Steel Samurai was like right there.
The Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing right by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then?
It totally rocked. Right before my eyes came out the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, person, kind of tall, skinny, you know how guys are. Gosh, well, stupid lawyer.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know, he was kind of far away.
Being awfully vague. Tisk. Okay, Mia's staring at me. She's giving me that cold shoulder. She is giving me that cold shoulder. So,
what happened to the bad guy? Uh-huh. Well, he kind of didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was.
If I had my camera with me that day, that would have been the time for a shot.
If you had your camera?
You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it on me all the time.
Really?
Seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home.
Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm.
Easy for you to say, he likes you.
Okay, and that cuts it off there. So I should mention, that this is the original version of the game. And the original version and the newer version have slight differences. For example, the very last statement, if I try to go up, it already went out. So he said one more statement there. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. That is taken out of the trilogy version that you can buy on the store right now, I think, for both 3DS and Switch. So this is the original version of the game that I'm playing through right now, and so they have some extra lines, and there were some edits and issues with it before, slight problems and stuff like that. So I just wanted to mention that in case people were wondering, hey, why is there some slight differences and stuff like that. Anyway, so now he just mentioned that he did not have his camera with him. So I am going to, right here, you have literally talked about how you always take your camera with you. Right here. This one right here. Always carries it. So, here we go.
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, look at the face. That is the face of a guy who clearly knows he said something wrong.
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you?
Was I putting the pressure on too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Back in my day, we used codecs and other sort of device.
I'm pushing my glasses even further down as I talk. I don't know why.
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera.
Now again, remember, I think this game came out in the early 2000s. I want to say like 2001, 2002, something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that date, but it was something early like that. So I guess digital cameras were not as common. I don't remember 2001 or 2 too much. I was like 2, 3, so...
How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a trial or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Yeah, I'm throwback to the old case when you lied about the autopsy report.
Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? I do have a problem with that, actually.
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
His testimony. So the witness will testimonify. I'm gonna make that a new word now. Testimonify. The witness will testimonify about what he saw in the next episode. Yay, cliffhangers, gotta love them. So next time we'll continue cross-examining Cody. Maybe he'll spill the beans. Maybe he killed him. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and supporting the Ahdurin region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.
Oh, I get it. You're talking about the autopsy report. I was doing that to win.